Hey guys, it's Stanky again. I'm doing a replay analysis for this Seth guy. So I've been away for a little bit. I've been on holiday for New Year's and such, but we're back now and getting into it. This guy commented on one of my YouTube videos saying he wanted another look at some support gameplay because I mostly have been focusing on core roles. And this is one of his games. He's 1.9k, but I'm still sure there's things you guys will be able to learn from this as well, even if you're a bit higher. For a starter, you need to get your items quicker, get out to lanes so that you can place your wards and stuff before they get in vision, and also be there for the rune fights. I think you guys missed out on the rune. I didn't actually see that bit, but yeah, you should try to get your items and get out a bit quicker. I think you had to buy everything. I think you bought the whole shebang. I don't know if he helped out, doesn't look like he did. But yeah, you're very short on resources now because of that. The only thing I don't really like is I think the smoke and TP, you're very focused on, hold on, I'll come back to items in a second. No, I'll finish my items thought, because I always do this and then I forget. I would get another set of tangos. If you have to pull your mid 2 tangos, if you can't just pull one and you're left with only 2, I like to buy another set if I can. I'd rather go another set of tangos than a salve generally. And you could skip the TP and pick that up from the side shop later, or skip the smoke. Generally, you're not going to be smoking to gank too early, especially solo, because you kind of need to get your levels and sort of help your solo safe laner. What you could have done this game is actually gone mid at the start a little bit to sort of help zone the sniper, to get the SF some sort of easier last hits at the start of the game, but against the sniper he should be okay. His base damage is pretty low. Just something to think about when you have an SF. Giving them a good early start is really important. Anyway, so this bit I was just going to comment on, you draw aggro from the range creep. So if you stood here, you can sort of zone him without drawing creep aggro, because you actually look like you right clicked him here before and then cancelled your attack, but that drew the aggro here, so you you right click and draw the aggro. That's fine, but just keep a note of if you can hit him without drawing the aggro of creeps, then you want to do that. So your Slark's just sort of fucked up the lane equilibrium, so what I'd want to do here is eat a tango and pull the creep wave. You want to pull it right when it's under the tower, so as soon as those creeps are under the tower, you can eat that tango, eat the tree there, and pull them up. Some people do it up through here, but I normally come up through these middle trees here, pull this camp down through to the hard camp, and then you can just deny that whole wave to the AA. Or if you're not doing that, you need to be getting here quickly to pull it back to this camp. Basically, anytime you sort of cross your lane equilibrium and it's past here, and you can't sort of loop around from the back and punch him, you need to be pulling. So that's good. You're doing the right thing there. A little bit late. But that should help pull the lane back. But the problem is your AA is going to, hit level 3 off that wave. And those early levels are the most important ones, right? You want to starve him at level 1 for as long as possible. Just keep him away from the creeps and make him have to fight for every point of experience he gets. And then the bounce back here is that your Slarkow has to farm under tower and misses a bunch of XP because of that. Not sure. Did you pull how you pulled again? Maybe you just pulled the same wave, but I wouldn't. Yeah. Oh, gosh. So now you're you're under leveled trying to fight against the AA. You do pretty well there, but this is now your other problem. You're out of regen because you've got the smoke and TP, which don't really help you in lane. TP is really good to have, but you could pick the TP up now, right, with your 300 gold and have that extra pot of thing of regen without having to use the Kura. This is where your Slark really should have been running in the lane. What you want to do, I don't know if you have, you say, you not have good communication in... Actually, that wasn't you talking about that. I don't know if you speak the same language or whatever, I don't know what servers you play on, but if you can tell him to go, or at least you are pinging, yeah, so... I don't know, maybe ping early, let him know you're going to go, because he needs to he can't come now, it's too far, but he needs to start running at him as you're looping, so this isn't his fault, this is your fault. Sorry, I said that this isn't your fault, that's his fault for not coming, and now you're short of mana and that should have been a kill there. Yeah, he's got regen now, so you can heal up and you're completely out and you're just now sort of stuffed in the lane, you can't trade with him anymore. So So this is what I was sort of saying at the region. Yeah, you know, getting angry at the Slark and stuff. I see pinging him, but you don't have any tangos to like eat through here to do the pulls. That's the other reason it's already eaten. It's the other reason I like tangos over cells, as you can use them for that. This is a good pull. So now you can try and get the last hits. If he's bringing the Kura out like that, you should bring some out to yourself, like bring out a set of tangos. Sort of early game items you want to be working for, you go for your smoke. That's good that you went back out of like range of you know, potential wards to do your smoke. Problem is here you don't have mana for both spells, but you don't really need it. If he hits a double raise, then he's dead. You can creep in a lot closer here. Smoke range is quite big. You could be standing here, and he obviously can't just run at him like this, because he's just going to run away. What you need to do is you need to come stand here, and then have him just sit in the lane, and then you can just run up here and straight hex him, or run up and stun him. Not have him sort of run at him and scare him off first. You need to make the initiation. Like, he needs to be in range to raise, that's it. So don't sort of like make him aware, like tell him that you're coming, but again, this is assuming you can communicate. Tell him that you'll go and stun. I understand some frustration when playing with people who don't know what they're doing, like when you're playing these roles where you require other people to do things and they're not quite capable of doing it the way you want to do it. It can be quite frustrating, but you also need to do the right things yourself as well. Boots are a lot cheaper now. You can pick up boots at 400 gold, so I probably would have bought a pair of boots over the second Ops Ward. Or at least go buy them from side shop now. That's good. Now I'd place that other ward like here probably. You've got one in mid, and now I'd place one in safe lane. You can either get it like right here or here, but you need to place it when they don't see you, so... oh shit. This is not ideal. That was really good. That was well done. So now I'd sneak down around and place the ward straight away. Perfect. You're TPing mid to get the XP. I mean, yeah, like you're doing good stuff this game. Except for, like I said, your sort of item choices hurt you a little bit. I like this build, it's perfect. 1 in stats, sorry, 1 in hex. Mana drain. Maxing your Earth Spike first. It's all good stuff. You need to move there though. Did you ping him? That's a kill, right? Like, Nature's Prophet doesn't do anything. He's got just Midas for a start. But even not doing that, like Nature's Prophet's really squishy. 1 stun plus a double raise, and that guy's just dead. Yeah, so you should have gone for that kill rather than run away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Bottom tower is under attack.
I would have stayed mid there. I wouldn't have run back to base. I'm not sure why you went all the way back. You've got mana drain. Also, I wouldn't be going arcane roots. You don't really need the mana pool, and you've got mana drain to keep yourself topped off. It's way better to go tranks. If you look at what they give you, 85 move speed versus 50. So you get way more move speed. This is obviously when you're not taking damage, but like before blink, having that extra 35 move speed is really good to like get in to hit your initial spells, like when you're coming out of fog. And you don't really need the mana replenish. It's nice for your team, but the health regen, if you've got the health regen and you've got mana drain, you basically don't have to go back to town ever. And the armor is nice as well. So definitely Tranquil Boots online. Pretty much the only items you really want to be focusing on for Lion are Tranquil Boots and Blink. That's like all you really need. Everything else besides that is sort of luxury. I didn't really see what happened here, but you should have got some information from your ward, so I'll watch this from your perspective. So you see them both there, you see the X run down. And the AS that's running towards you, so like you know that the X is down here somewhere, right? Yeah. That was just a little bit of lack of awareness. They were also, if you watch them, they had a ward there and you didn't know that, but they were playing like they saw you. So like sometimes you can get an impression of from how people respond to you, whether they have a ward or not. So if you're watching here, you watch them and you're running towards them and they're sort of jostling, like they're just sort of sitting under their tower. Like why would this AA be sitting under his tower, right? I don't know. Maybe it was less obvious than I thought on second look, but do you know what I mean, right? Like if you're watching someone under tower and they're sort of, you move forward and they respond even when you're not in vision of them, like you can use those sort of indications to, wow. What is he doing here? That's some bad play. I don't know if you TP'd into this, but if you did, that's pretty dangerous. Okay, so your Slark's dying here, right? You cancel this TP 100% every time. You're TPing into a backlaned lane from an axe and 2 other heroes in your lane. Like you're just dead. If you got your Earth Spike off there, I think you actually kill the AA. Okay, so that was
Radiant structures are fortified.
a bit of a poor decision. Where would I be going now? Let's watch this from your perspective. I wouldn't be TPing, I'd just be walking somewhere. Again, the other thing about Trank boots is they're a lot cheaper than arcane boots. Like for the same cost, you could have another set like you say of sentries or obs wards, or you could have a magic wand. The other item sometimes people go online is an urn if you don't have one on the rest of your team, which you don't seem to. No one's really gonna build urn, except like maybe the Huskar. Oh yeah, he has. Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's only a sometimes thing there. That's good, you're just sort of stopping damage bleeding on your tower. Your team's just feeding elsewhere. I'd be pushing this lane out aggressively, yeah, that's good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just pull the wave back, yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower
Cool.
has fallen.
Now I'd be going, yeah, trying to get a ward up on in their jungle somewhere. Hex, yeah. Stun now. You want to stun before he can get off those kind of spells and stuff. If he didn't get his battle hunger off there, you would have been in a much better position to escape there if you hexed. So like knowing the timing of your spells is important, right? Like it's 2.5 seconds at level 1, so just sort of giving a feel for that. And why are these not stacking in your inventory? That's weird.
Structures are fortified. Radiant's top
And
tower is
it's
under
showing the
attack.
people you're clicking on. So where are you? You're running mid. So this is good. I like that you're running mid, like you're not wasting your TPs. Oh, it's unfortunate you used the wrong. I don't know how you saw him ward there. I must have noticed something that I didn't. Again, I was in reasonably fast speed. It's a shame that you accidentally used your TP. I'll buy a magic wand now and a TP as well as your sense. Not having a magic wand I think is a mistake. You've already got the 2 armored branches. It's like another 380 gold for a full magic wand. It's really good. You gotta try to be a little bit quicker with your hexes. Obviously the stun you should have hit everybody on, but this axe is going you right. You have time to react and hex him here. Hex. Oof. What you can do is actually like run, right? If you're just running in a straight line backwards, you can right click back and then push your hex button, so like push W. I don't know if you use auto quick casts, but I don't for those kind of items, for those kind of spells. I've just recently started dabbling a little bit more with auto cast, with quick cast. but you can have your W like already pressed as you're running backwards, so it's ready to click as soon as he blinks. So you can just right click towards your base and then be watching your hero and have W already clicked on and ready to just one tap as soon as you need it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You also like, you've got wards, but you're going to these fights all the time, so you're like not actually really getting a chance to place them.
Pull roots and run. Autumn comes too soon.
So yeah, you were trying to get that one in their jungle earlier. I think that's still a priority of us, so I think pushing out this bottom lane is good. And trying to get a ward up in their jungle, because I wouldn't be going through the river here. It's pretty terrifying. I'd be trying to get one up in here. I can't even ping when I'm on player perspective. Can I draw? Can you see my mouse? You can. This part of the map. In that little spot where you tried to place one, it just allows you, one of your heroes, to sort of like a SF or whatever, to split push bottom a little bit more safely.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Whoa. How could you have taken that fight any better? So your Slack's initiating. So you went for the fissure, that was fine. This is good. I'd Hex first before ulting. I guess you were just trying to get it off before you died, but he was the only one focusing you. I think if he didn't get that auto attack off on you, you might have been able to Hex him and then ulti and get back before he killed you. So it's a really important turnaround for you in the game at this point. Sorry for yawning. You guys are still even, despite feeling like you're a bit behind this game. They've been a little bit ahead in net worth, but that fight was really important. And your cores are actually more farmed than theirs, so just because it feels like it's not going great and you've died a few times, like your team's not actually that far behind. They're arguably in front. Just you're really poor because you've been spending all your gold on sense and obs and then just dying. This is a really poor ward. It's right smack in the middle of mid lane. Doesn't really offer you great vision. Much better to try to get it. It's really hard not being able to move a ping. Much better to get it like here or something. Gives you vision like down through this pathway. Or even up on their hill. I know you were trying to like get it down quickly in case there's a fight at tower, I think was probably your reasoning, but that's bad ward as well. With this ward, you want to try to get it here so that you get vision of this tower when you're not fighting. Oh gosh.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's a very random sentry. It's a very common ward spot. Let's see if they have any wards, and if they do, where they are. They don't have any around here. Generally I would place it like here, so you cover this spot, but also here. This ward's not as good anymore though. Yeah, that one's a bit odd. It's fine if they have like a bounty hunter or some sort of like invis hero. Oh, I suppose the sniper has a shadow blade. Okay, where's your hero? Oh, okay, you're there. Mana draining a tiny is actually really important, yeah. The tiny becomes super useless this game if he doesn't have any mana, right? Like he's got 1,000 though because he's already got eggs. It's pretty hard to drain it all. You have to take this fight really well. I think you do fine. Oops, I just pushed jump ahead. That was not what I wanted to do. Having a wand though in all these fights would be super useful, right? Like there's a lot of times this game where I think you having a magic wand would have really benefited your team. Okay, I remember this. Okay, we're back to where we were. Sorry about that.
Tower is under attack.
This is where the fight happens. See how you play it. Hex ulti, I'll be just getting out of position here. You don't really have enough time with just level 1 Hex to drain a significant amount of mana to stop him being able to combo. But yeah, like having a 17 charge wand here just like ensures that you don't die, you know? And if you had Tranks, you'd be taking less damage from all the right clicks because of your armor.
Radiant's
And you'd also just be able to heal up and stay around the lane, help push the tower. Or maybe not with the AA alive, but yeah. I think that's a really important thing for you to change. It's a good ward. It's fine. It's very commonplace.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You want to try to make sure you hit that guy and you're stunned, because oh, that's fine. They'll die anyway. I just thought it'd be more important there to try to hit the AA, make sure he died.
Radiant's bottom tower has
But
fallen.
I guess that's debatable. You hit 2 really important cores, so.
Radiant's middle tower
That's fine.
is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And I don't. Oh, are you building eggs? Oh no, the AA. I was gonna say, where the fuck did you get all that money from?
Radiant's middle tower
Your
is
actual
under
positioning
attack.
and stuff and fights and like your lane controls all pretty good. I think just some of your item decisions aren't great, and some of your like decision making on when to fight and when not to fight and where to go on the map is a bit off. Like this is just a bad fight, right? Like I don't know what your plan is here. Like that was all the same. I had the same vision that you had. You saw you've got your team's all leaving. Why is the shop up? Do you have shop up in your... Anyway. You saw all these guys coming. You don't really have an escape mechanism. You don't kill the lion and just feed. So it was kind of what I was just talking about. You know, like some of your when to and not to fight decisions are the ones that need
Radiant's
work.
top
But
tower
like
is
you're...
under attack.
when you're
Dire's
actually
middle
doing
tower
stuff,
is under
it's
attack.
reasonably clean. Like lane zoning. And like team fight. Play during team fights, all that's all pretty good.
Radiant's top
And because
tower
you're dying
is
a
under
lot,
attack.
it's really stopping your item progression. Like you guys have got a lot of towers now. You got 2 T2s and all the other T1s. Like you really should have your blink. If you had have gone trank boots and sort of been a bit more cautious with your life. Oh, you've got it now. There you go.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh. Nice.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top
Good ward.
tower is under attack.
I mean, to be honest, like, I don't see a lot of 1.9k games, but I'm fairly sure you're playing above that level.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's
I think
middle
if you're
barracks are under attack.
tighten up some of your item decision making and just be a bit more cautious
Radiant's middle
with
barracks
your own
has fallen.
life, you
Radiant's
should be
middle
climbing
barracks
fine
has fallen.
playing supports.
Radiant's top tower is under
You seem to have a
attack.
reasonably good grasp of the game.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
But yeah, I mean, this game's over.
Radiant's bottom
Well done.
Radiant's bottom under attack has fallen. Radiant's
It was a
top barracks-
reasonably close game. Like,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
some of your plays in the mid game, I think, helped contribute to the win. You definitely had better vision up for most of the game than them, but
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I think I see the syndrome a lot with the pipe is weird as well. I don't know if pipe's the item. It's just AA Furion, I guess. I don't know.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Yeah. Well played, friendo. Good game.